Hello, my name is Sophia Lepardo. I am a first-year PhD student at the University of Rhode Island. I am in the Ecology and Environmental Science Department, and I am being advised by Dr. Rebecca Brown. So the project that we're working on right now is the incorporation of pollinator plantings to enhance the ecosystem functions and durability of transportation right-of-way infrastructure. So let's get into a little bit of background on that. So oftentimes highway right-of-ways, which are those medians in the middle of the highway, are often vegetated, but few planted roadsides actually cater to the needs of both native pollinators and while also performing the necessary DOT land requirements, so things like dust abatement and erosion control. So these rows, they offer ample opportunity for the establishment of native New England grasses and flowering plants. This can increase the land's ecosystem services while also improving the roadside aesthetics. So regionally native and insect-pollinated wildflower species were evaluated for the adaptation of the periodically mowed right-of-way environments, and methods of establishment were subsequently evaluated for the effectiveness at establishing these pollinator meadows from seed and also from transplant. So basically our objective is to promote the conservation of native pollinators while also improving roadside aesthetics, while also maintaining the DOT's land requirements for the area. So for application impacts of this project, we aim to increase the role of these medians. These medians provide essential minimally disturbed early successional habitat, which is a little bit difficult to find here in New England. And we hope to implement the best practices for native seed plantings and supply improved survivability results to the DOT, and hopefully result in some beautiful and effective pollinator meadows in highway medians and right-of-ways. So let's get into the methodology of the project. So to test the growth and survival of insect-pollinated New England native wildflowers, test plots were created along the median in I-95 in West Greenwich. Native wildflowers were identified and seeds were collected from regional wild plant societies, and we tried to focus a lot on native ecotypes. So seeds were grown up to transplantable plugs at the URI greenhouses and then transplanted into test plots located similarly along the I-95 median. So species with acceptable performance were recommended for use in the roadside plantings, and a seed mix was developed and used to evaluate establishment protocols, which include a few treatments that I'm going to list. So number one was a no-till seeding with the Truax native seed drill into low-mowed or scalped existing vegetation. Number two was no-till seeding with Truax native drill again into vegetation which has been killed with glyphosate. Number three was broadcast seeding and tracking on screened loam, which has been spread over ground that has been scalped to remove existing vegetation. Number four was hydroseeding onto screened loam, which has been spread on the ground that has been scalped to remove existing vegetation. And number five was hydroseeding onto weed-free compost spread over low-mowed and scalped to remove the existing vegetation. So these treatments were administered throughout 4 blocks, each separated by 250 feet. Within each block, individual plots measuring 20 by 40 and positioned at least 20 feet from the road, often more, were subject to 1 treatment per plot. Trials were monitored and data collected on percent establishment for each species, time of emergence, time to flower, survival, and weed incursion. And the most successful establishment method will be recommended to RIDOT for the implementation of native New England pollinator meadows on highway medians. So the results, we just processed them for this year, and we found that treatment 3, which was broadcast seed over screened loam and then tracking with a dozer, and treatment 4, broadcast seed over freshly screened loam followed by hydromulching, performed very, very similarly, and they had the most species diversity and the most insect-pollinated plants per plot that we performed. So hopefully these two methods will be used to implement native pollinator meadows in highway medians. Thank you very much.